Iraq has a lot of things that start happening on Monday. Wrapping up the census, and the parliament says they will start voting on important laws on Monday. Many believe this includes the HCL. Iraqi parliament resumes session on Monday with important laws. These are controversial laws they have been tackling, and a number of my sources believe the HCL law is in there. That along with the census this coming week, so they can release the new rate. We all hope this is accurate. Most of my contacts expect a phenomenal Thanksgiving, or before. We had some information that came from here in the United States of people that have boots on the ground, in Iraq. When I say boots on the ground, I mean literally boots on the ground. Having some of that information is key, because they called today and said proudly that they affirmed they got information from the source in the military. These guys are talking on TV, not just Channel 1 or Channel 3, but many sources. They're talking about helping the citizens. They're going to bring them purchasing power. Monetary reform education right now is at a very high peak where we can see very clearly. Sadani intentions are very clear. Purchasing power is but only one of many things that he's bringing to you Iraqi citizens, and the rest of the world will benefit from that generosity. Al-Hindawi, the preliminary results of the population census will appear next week, and Iraq is preparing for a comprehensive database. The Central Bank of Iraq sells more than $894 million in 3 days. This is where they sell US dollars and take Iraqi dinar off the streets. That is an enormous chunk of IQD out of circulation. They are clearly preparing for something big to support the value of their currency. I don't want you to get excited and think we're rich already, because we're not yet. Remember what I always say, in January things always happen in January with Iraq. It can happen before. It can happen after too. But I have a strong belief January we're going to see very good news. High Commission for Census, the second phase of the census has ended, and the results will be announced this week. When they change the value of their currency, things will become cheaper. The bottom line is, if they raise the value, let's say they come back to where they were before it was shut off during the Saddam Hussein era at around $3.22, they'll be able to pay for a lot of products and materials for a lot cheaper. That is going to be a powerful thing. That's going to be a benefit to purchasing power, to the citizens. It's going to be a wonderful weekend, and we'll all come together by Monday. There will be many currency exchange companies representing the CBI collecting 30 notes around the world. When you travel to or from the US, if you are traveling with an excess of $10,000, you must report it to a Customs and Border Protection office, but there is no limit to the amount of money you can travel with. What happens if you do not declare that you are carrying more than $10,000? The penalties may include confiscation of all currency or monetary instruments. A fine of up to $500,000 and up to 10 years of imprisonment. When you declare the currency you are traveling with, the IRS is notified if you are a US citizen. If you are in a foreign country, sometimes professional thieves are notified. Currencies have been trading. Currencies are on the Forex. They've been traded. We've got great rates that we're expecting on Dong. Dong has been traded up, hopefully will continue to trade up a little bit more. That's a good thing for us. And of course, the dinar is going to be great, and they should offer us the contract rate on the dinar, which is very strong, very, very strong. So I'm super excited about that as well. When your census is accurate, they'll have the ability to be able to get their purchasing power indirectly and directly because of the nature of how many people are accurately accounted for. That will help the citizens. They've been explaining that type of thing to the people in Iraq. They've been doing it a lot in the last couple of weeks, and especially in the last week or so. They've been hammering it home, putting it on TV all around the country. A report by the American website The Diplomat which specializes in political and economic affairs, revealed on Saturday that Iraq has effectively suspended the oil for infrastructure agreement it concluded with China worth $10 billion, as the ambitious project, which was initially established as part of the projects signed under the Belt and Road Initiative launched by Beijing in 2019. The report, translated by Al Maluma Agency, stated that Iraq's $10 billion oil for infrastructure agreement with China has effectively been halted. The suspension of the agreement appears to stem from growing concerns within Iraq's leadership about the long-term consequences of such deep reliance on foreign investment, especially in the context of increasing scrutiny of China's global economic strategies by the United States and its Western allies. The suspension is a pivotal moment for Iraq as it reassesses its role in the changing geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, highlighting the complex balance between economic necessity and strategic autonomy in an increasingly multipolar world.